This show is filmed in front of a live studio audience. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Here's our sign. Here's our sign. It helps if I hold the sign the right way.
Yeah, that's alright. What's a low-budget show?
Welcome to this edition of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. I'm your host, James Ownbey.
And I'm Clay Ownbey, and tonight's episode of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour is brought to you by Babo cleaning gel. Yes, Babo. It's not a douche.
Babo.
Babo. It has bleach. Bleaches stains away. With bleach, it removes greasy dirt, soap scum, and tough stains.
And it's fun to say, Babo.
So thank you to Babo for sponsoring our show. James, let's get to some news.
Okay, our first story comes out of France.
I surrender!
And they wave the white flag already. Rodoni Fade, who is a lifelong criminal, he actually wrote a book about being a lifelong criminal. He took 4 prison guards hostage inside Sequindi, some prison.
It probably
in
has
France.
sequins.
Yeah, it's France. Anyways, he set off a series of explosives, blowing open 5 different prison doors, allegedly using explosives that his wife had smuggled into prison that morning. Now, let me ask you a question, Clay. If you're going to smuggle in enough C4 to blow up 5 prison doors, what part of your body cavity are you going to smuggle in that much C4?
I wonder if she was any relation to that lady that stuck the gun in her...
I bet on the way there she was trying to avoid every pothole. Like, I do not want to run over a pothole. This could not be good.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Hey, a Florida man was arrested when he vandalized and robbed his uncle's home. 26-year-old George Palantero broke into a home at Miami late Wednesday night. Upon stealing many items, he noticed that the pictures on the wall were of his aunt and uncle. Then he noticed a picture of himself and his parents at a family barbecue. Palantero then left the premises, turned himself into the police. The uncle, Pedro Flores, is considering dropping all the charges. So you break into a house. And you're stealing this and you're stealing that. Oh, here's the notebook on DVD. I'll take that. And you look on the wall and you're like, oh, that looks like Uncle Pedro. Oh my God, that's me.
that looks like me.
Holy shit! Somebody stole my pictures out of my house.
Someone broke into my house and stole my picture.
Damn robbers! How do you not know where your uncle lives?
That's what I want to know. You do not know where your uncle lives?
No, I don't know exactly where my uncle lives because he lives 3,200 miles away. So I guess if I was in Lumberton, North Carolina, like breaking into home, which I would never do in Lumberton, North Carolina, but I broke into my uncle's. I could see that. Of course, if it was Uncle Terry's home, there'd be some fish eyeballs on the stove. Anyways.
Bradford, Pennsylvania. Alfredo Malspini III faces several charges resulting from a marital dispute in March when, presumably to make a point, he tried to remove his wedding ring by shooting it off. The best part? The ring remained in place, but the finger is severely mangled. So the dude, now how drunk are you that you can't shoot your... Well, first of all, how drunk are you that you're trying to shoot your ring off your finger?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of a shotgun wedding, but a shotgun divorce?
Yeah, well, you can't just get a little butter and rub it on there?
Where was he from?
Bradford, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I thought he was from the South.
Well,
dude, get some butter. Get some WD-40 and get that thing off, for God's sakes.
Yeah, and
shoot it off with a... Yeah,
if you're going to shoot off, use a man's gun. Obviously, your little 9mm or 22 ain't doing the trick.
Airsoft gun does not work for shooting your ring off your finger.
Hey, Alfredo, I have a 45. You want to blow a finger off? Give me a call.
Call James. It's security for hire. Longmont, Colorado. Police say they arrested a woman accused of choking her boyfriend because he wouldn't stop singing that popular song, Thrift Shop. You know that song.
I don't know that song, but if it's popular, sure.
Police responded to a distress call at the couple's apartment Saturday night, the night of the victim's birthday. His name was Lars Hansen. His girlfriend, 23-year-old Samantha Malson, apparently her and Lars were having a little bit of a drinking party, meth party, whatever, and he started playing that song over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually, Samantha Malson choked him out when he refused to stop listening to the song. She said, quote, I told him to stop at least 25 times. Now, I'm not talking about, like, choke you out like a Hoist Gracie choke out. I'm talking about, like, Andre the Giant to Bob Uecker. Like, straight up, yeah.
Okay, first of all,
Gundam.
First of all, when you get in a relationship, you want to make sure that you're dating a chick that damn well cannot choke you out.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a very good point.
I do not want to date a girl that I'm worried about putting me in a triangle choke or an ankle lock.
If you're dating a woman and her hands can actually reach completely around your neck, that's why Brittany Griner's single.
And Clay, that brings us to this week's 10-second rule.
Oh, okay.
This week's 10-second rule are bands that you would not want to listen to over and over and over again. And if you had to, you would definitely choke somebody out. Like, if I have to listen to this band one more time, I will put you in a sleeper hold and then a figure 4 leg lock. So here we go. Clay, 10 seconds. According to our autism awareness bracelet, which is this week's 10-second clock. On your mark, set, and go.
Air Supply. Journey, Celine Dion, Alanis Morissette, anything by Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, 94 Degrees, Bananarama, Barry Manilow, Old Rod Stewart. Damn it.
Sorry, Clay. We were looking for Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Nipsey Russell. Sorry, you got 0 on that one. Good try. Air Supply was a close third, but
I didn't know that Hacksaw and Nipsey had a duet.
Oh yeah, they were right below Hall & Oates on the world's shittiest bands. Because I mean, really, does anybody really like Hall & Oates? Seriously?
Well, mustache aficionados.
I wish they were hauling ass out of here because I don't want to listen to their music no more. Our next story comes to us out of Seattle. Seattle police responded to a call about a man trying to siphon gas from a motorhome. No, seriously, a guy's trying to siphon gas out of a motorhome. When the Seattle police arrived, they found a very sick, ill man curled up on the curb next to the motorhome. Apparently, he plugged his siphon hose into the sewage tank and was siphoning raw sewage instead of gas. Okay, tweakers, note. If you're going to siphon gas out of a motorhome, you better make sure you know where the sewage tank is, because the last thing you want to be siphoning in is some cream corn and some tomato skins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last night's Del Taco.
Yeah, dude, I don't like Brussels sprouts the first time around.
Here's the thing. When you open up the lid on whatever it is, sniff it. It smells like gas, not like gas, but like petrol gas.
Yeah. If it smells like shit, don't suck on it.
Could you see this guy sucking on his hose? Oh, these guys are vegetarians. Oh, they ate at Kenny Rogers Roasters last night. Oh, they do like that new Cool Ranch Doritos taco. I mean, well, there you go. I'd hate to have to be the person that pumped that guy's stomach.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Yet another horrible food story out of New Jersey. What is going on with the food in New Jersey?
Last week, 44,000 pounds of cheese
that were taken to New Jersey. This week in Linden, New Jersey. Now, New Jersey also, we had the story of the guy smoking pot in the New Jersey police parking lot. So
I think those guys are behind.
They're masterminding all of this. Anyways, in Linden, New Jersey, police said that someone stole a shipping container filled with $100,000 worth of hamburger patties, and it wasn't what's his name from Popeye.
It was Wimpy?
Wimpy, a Dookie.
I was glad you play it tomorrow.
Dookie was Wimpy's black sheep cousin.
Dookie's that basketball team that we hate. The Dookies.
Dude, they smell like what that guy's siphoned out of the last story.
I bet he siphoned Coach Krzyzewski right out of that hose.
I know there was a Miles Plumlee.
Is that Seth Curry? I just siphoned out of this hose?
Now we know what Danny Hurley's doing these days. He's hanging out in trailers. Whatever. Linden Police Captain James Sarnicki said that the refrigerated container was on a trailer that was taken from BMG Logistics in Linden at 10:30 p.m. last Monday. Sarnicki said that grainy camera footage showed a tractor pulling off of the trailer, and the tractor had California plates on it. So, someone breaks into BMG Logistics and hooks their tractor up to a trailer with $100,000 worth of hamburger patties, and they're driving it to California.
Now is this like a tractor, like
no, like Green Acres.
Green Acres is where I got.
Hey, apparently, this guy thought that his girlfriend thought his tractor was sexy, especially with $100,000 worth of hamburger patties. That makes any tractor sexy. But I'm pretty sure that it was like a diesel rig or something like that.
A big tractor.
You know what I think it was? I think that he was getting ready for the Cannonball Run. Remember the Cannonball Run? They had to find the car that wouldn't get pulled over. Well, who's going to pull over a tractor full of hamburger patties driving from Pennsylvania to California?
The worst part was police were on him like a fat girl on a hamburger.
Or in this case, 100,000 hamburgers.
Or 100,000 fat girls on 100,000 hamburgers.
You know what? If Captain Chaos was driving that, they wouldn't have been pulled over. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways,
okay, a Dutch veterinarian was fined $240 for causing a fire that destroyed a farm in the Netherlands. How did a veterinarian cause a fire on a farm, you ask?
They don't normally use like Bunsen burners or charcoal lighters or anything.
The vet had been trying to convince the farmer that his cow was passing flatulent gas. To demonstrate his point, the vet ignited the gas, and the cow became a, quote, four-legged flamethrower, running wild and setting fire to multiple bales of hay. The damage to the farm was assessed at $80,000.
Now, how would you like to be the poor son of a bitch that goes to the grocery store and gets a steak from that cow?
Well,
this steak tastes like shit. Yes, it does.
Here's my question. He lit the fart on fire, and it burnt long enough for the cow to run around the farm and light bales of hay on fire?
It's like the dude holding the gas pump.
Dude, what are you feeding these cows, dude? Chili and tacos? the new Gordita Crunch and chili, apparently. I mean...
No, you go to the store now and you're going to buy a steak, and where it says the cow was raised, Casa de Oro.
And I believe in recycling, but if you use a flame coming out of a cow's butt to roast a steak, like if you're cooking your burger, like we don't need a barbecue. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over there to old Bessie and light her ass on fire.
Come here.
And we're going to roast Chuck over the bed. Yeah.
You know what that's perfect for? Marshmallows, hot dogs, shish kebabs.
You know, there's been times camping when I wish a guy could fart for like 8 minutes. Like, dude, it's raining. We need to start the bonfire. Can you come fart over here for like 8 minutes and start the...
There's two rednecks out there. One's got a stick going like this, and the other one's like, I don't know what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Hey, let's take a...
That reminds me, a safety, just a thing, you know, I like to hunt. I'm always out in the woods.
Right, and Dungus promotes safety first.
Always safety first. You know, if you're ever out in the woods, you want to make sure you take, you know, a flashlight and a safety blanket,
right,
waterproof matches, and a cow, apparently, because that's all the fire starter you need. Yeah, you have cow, you have fire, you have meat, and you have milk.
I would imagine, like back in the caveman days, when everybody says, well, you know, somebody invented fire. I'm sure it wasn't somebody just doing that. I'm sure that one night something happened, some lightning, right as a brontosaurus, like cut one.
Let there be fire.
Amen, brother. That's how legends happen. Hey, let's take a look at some entertainment news. What do you say? All right. Now, we've been reporting on Rhiannon and Chris Brown breaking up. We talked about Rhiannon.
Is that really her name?
No, okay. Dungus, being the journalists that we are, we did some investigative research. At least I did some investigative research. I went to the Mayo Clinic, and from the Mayo Clinic, they actually told me that her name is pronounced Rihanna. Rihanna.
Well, you know, it's funny, Clint, you mentioned that because I also did my own research.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I went to the local gym and to find out what her name was. And they told me that her name was actually pronounced right hand, as in what Chris Brown's thrown out, right?
Right handa. Okay, so we had Rihanna and right handa. I guess it depends on where you are in the country to have to pronounce her name.
I like the way that we have been pronouncing it. I like just good old Rhiannon.
I like Rhiannon.
Rhiannon.
Or we could call her what her ex-boyfriend calls her.
Anyway, back to the story, Clay.
Yeah, they apparently broke up. Supposedly they had broke up, but yet the two were spotted last week driving around LA together, looking like total douchebags. Also, Right Handa was spotted at a Hollywood nightclub early last Monday morning smoking what they said a fat blunt. And there's a picture on the internet of her smoking a fat blunt. But
this wasn't Washington or Colorado, right?
No. Okay. This was wherever, LA apparently.
Of course.
The thing about it is now there's speculation that the reason that they broke up is because Chris Brown was having an affair with a waitress. No, I didn't say Tiger Woods. I said Chris Brown. Chloe something or other was spotted in a nightclub holding Chris Brown's hand. They were holding hands together.
Did she work at Perkins?
No, it was
Denny's?
Marie Callender.
Oh.
He's moving up in the world. So apparently she said that there wasn't anything between her and Chris Brown because she is not into black guys. But what I actually think she meant to say was she wasn't into Chris Brown because she's not into black eyes.
Here's the thing. I'm not sure if she's into black guys, but I bet black guys have been into her.
Well, she does work at Marie Callender's. In other skank news, Farrah Abrams, former skank MTV Teen Mom star and downright douchebag, has finally admitted to making a porn video with porn star James Dean, A-list porn star. They said he was an A-list porn star. Who's the D-list porn star? Gilbert Gottfried? Can we reshoot that? The lighting wasn't very good. That's not what wasn't very good, Gilbert. Anyways, she claimed that she shot the video to capture her 21-year-old body for her personal scrapbook. But now, since James Dean, the A-lister, went public with said he had a tape, her agent says now she is looking for at least $2 million before the tape gets released. So she apparently shot this to capture her 21-year-old body for her own personal scrapbook, which most people will just like take a photograph, maybe in a bikini or a dress or something like that, like most normal people, or do what like high school kids do and just stand in front of the mirror in the bathroom. You know, with all the dirty clothes hanging on the back, and you're like little brother in diapers in the background.
When you look through your scrapbook, you're like, oh, there's my second grade class photo. There's my high school class photo. There's me taking a dong in the butt. There's me out with my sister-in-law's baby shower. I mean, what kind of scrapbook are you keeping here? Second of all, okay, this Farrah Abrams. She was on Teen Mom, right?
Teen Mom on MTV.
And had a kid at like 15.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, you've already had a kid. At 21, I guarantee you that you have like sagging and stretch marks, right? So if you're like trying to capture your body at 21, really?
Well, that's why she wanted to do it at 21, not at 41, because at 41 it looked like you had some luggage or something.
41, she looks like Octomom.
So here's my question. Before she shot the porno, did she like have to drop her kid off at daycare or something?
Oh yeah, the kid's got to be 6, right?
Well, and one of these days she's going to share her personal scrapbook with her kids, and she goes, look, honey, you came out of that.
Right, so your head was right where his head is.
You slid right out.
How funny is that?
Pain-free labor. Wow. Hey, James.
Let's do some sports news.
I think that's probably a good idea.
That's a great cue in the sports news.
All right, nice segue.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Going from vaginas to WrestleMania.
So we're going to do our WrestleMania recap.
That's right.
Sunday was WrestleMania 29.
Yep.
A couple of matches. We're just going to recap. Del Rio beat Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Mark Henry beat Ryback in like the boringest match ever.
Yeah, that was pretty lame.
The three guys that look like they work for Phoenix Rent-A-Cop Center. They beat the Big Toe. Yeah, they beat the Big Toe, Sheamus, and Randy the Macho Man Orton. Fandango.
Fondunghole?
Fondumbo.
Fonjango?
Fan Dodge Durango.
Fan Sweet Mango?
Fan Wango Tango.
Fandango ate my baby.
Fan B-I-N-G-O and baby was your dingo. Oh, whatever. I blew that one.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Triple H beat Brock Lesnar. Team Hell No beat Ziggy and Biggie.
Yeah, Ziggy.
Yeah, Biggie. The Undertaker beat CM Punk to run his WrestleMania streak to 21-0. And John Cena beat The Rock for the championship.
Because The Rock has bigger and better things to do than wrestle.
Yeah, like a movie and a TV show and
more movies.
Not hang out with guys like the Tons of Funk. And the
Hornswoggle.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Pancake Patterson. Where's my wash rag? No, I'm sure that if The Rock's going to roll around in somebody in a Speedo, it's not going to be someone that looks like John Cena.
Again.
For the second time. Okay. In other sports news, and this is a pretty interesting sports story right here. Nancy Bay, the longtime stadium organist for the Los Angeles Dodgers, has made it obvious that she is a huge Lynard Skynyrd fan. She was quoted as saying, oh dear, you noticed? Yeah, I've really been into them for the last month or so. Every fan of music goes through a Skynyrd phase. They performed a jaunty organ version of Simple Man and of Give Me 3 Steps during the Dodgers' last homestand. She also played an 11-minute version of the song Freebird that lasted into halfway through the 4th inning until manager Don Mattingly, mustache, asked the umpires to contact her booth and stop the song to the boos of the Dodgers crowd. She was quoted as saying, I can't believe it took me this long to discover this band. They are my favorite band now.
Okay, here's the best part of that story. Is The fans booed when she stopped playing halfway through the inning. So obviously the Dodgers game was so boring.
Yeah, it was a Dodgers game.
It is the Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like, there's nothing better to do on a Sunday afternoon. Dude, I would totally fucking rock the Freebird.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that there were people in the crowd. Play some Skynard, man. Play some Skynard.
Okay, Clay, that brings us to this week's impromptu 10-second rule.
Oh, okay.
Okay? This week's impromptu 10-second rule are places where you would not want to listen to an 11-minute long Lynard Skynard version of Freebird. All right? Places you do not want to have to sit around, hear a pipe organ play Skynard for 11 minutes. Okay? We're going to set our handy-dandy little watch here. On your mark, get set, and go.
Anywhere, anytime, ever. Ever.
And time.
Ah, damn it.
Close. You got 69.
Oh, good.
Very good. Very good. You got the Vatican in the men's room.
Oh, no.
Super One. A whorehouse. Post Falls Days Parade.
No.
Your senior prom. When you're having sex. While you're taking a dump. And at any Lynard Skynard concert. So, way to go.
All right, hey,
you did not want to hear an 11-minute version.
it felt a little slow at first, but I think I kind of picked it up at the end.
Yeah, you sucked at first, but you came around.
Yeah, we're starting to like it. Yeah,
you sucked at first.
Doing all right, doing all right. So that brings us to this week's rant. James, do you have a rant for us this week?
I do have a rant.
Uh-oh.
My rant is cable TV. And when I say cable TV, I'm not talking about a certain provider or anything like that. I'm talking about back in the good old days when a guy could go in and put a full day's worth of work in, come home, crack a beer, and watch any Mariners game on Channel 22. KSKN, you could watch any Mariners game. Not now. You have to have a certain package or subscribe to a certain channel.
Provider.
Or a provider. Or, oh, we can upgrade you to that package that has that channel. Dude, I just want to be able to come home and watch a Mariners game. Is that so hard to ask? Local team. I get to see the Seahawks play every Sunday on 28.
Unless you are a subscriber of a certain cable company or satellite company, and they cut their ties with Fox, in which case you don't get to see the Seahawks right before they go to the fucking playoffs.
Therefore, it makes
Playoffs?
Playoffs?
I'm talking about playoffs. No, I was talking about practice.
Practice. I was talking about practice.
Practice.
Anyway, here's the thing. All I want to do, I enjoy the simple things in life. I work, I drink, I watch sports.
Take a shit.
That's it. What? Don't take away my sports, man. All I want to do is come home and watch the Mariners. I haven't watched one Mariners game because I don't have root sports.
James has not yet seen one of Dave Sims's hats.
No. Yeah. And it just pisses me off. I just want to come home and watch a baseball game.
You haven't had a chance to see a bunch of guys hit 200, make some errors?
And here's the thing. By the time I finally get around to biting the bullet and subscribing to Root Sports, the Mariners are going to be mathematically eliminated anyway. I mean, it is almost the end of April.
That was last week.
Oh, damn it, I already missed it.
I know. But yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
Do you have a rant this week?
You know what? I actually do have a rant this week.
Yeah?
Would you like to know what my rant is?
It doesn't matter what your rant is because I got another rant. Here's the thing I'm pissed off about. People that pull over on the side of the freeway to make a cell phone call. Like, you can't get to an off-ramp or, get to where you're going to make a phone call. You have to pull off in the middle of the parking lane, turn your hazards on. And here's what it is. It's like 4:30. You pull over on the side of the road. You turn your flashes on. Everyone thinks there's a wreck. They all start slowing down, bald, because everyone wants a rubberneck. Hey, is that a rib cage sticking out in the glove compartment?
Look at that front of that car. Is that all right?
Get to where you're going. I remember when the phone was connected to the wall.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a portable phone, you had to stretch the cord out and go outside and close the door.
Only rich trouser stains that really wanted to get brain cancer fast drove around on their cell phones.
It was this big. It
looked like this thing of Babo.
Speaking of which, Babo, our sponsor.
Hey, what's going on, Babo?
Bleach, not douche.
Not douche. Yeah, no, I'm totally right there with you on that. I forgot about the rubbernecking. What I always like to see is when the guy's pulled over and then the state trooper drives by and comes back and says, "We got a problem, sir?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, my wife can't decide if she wants a New York cut or a ribeye steak." Yeah, there's a thing called a what is it? One of those Blu-ray deals you put in your
Blacktooth.
Blackberry.
Blackberry.
Get a Blackberry and put it on your ear.
Green
strawberry shortcake.
That's what it was.
It's Red River Valley. Green Giant. Get a Green Giant. Just, you know what? There, Green Giant. Just get a can with a really long ass string. Yeah.
Green Giant.
Everybody's got the internet, so just plan how far your commute is, get that much yarn, and just drive down the road with the Green Giant.
I like it.
What's wrong with that?
If you guys liked our show, or if you have any news stories that you want us to read, or any rants, feel free to send them in on my webpage or Clay's page. Oh, not webpage, Facebook page.
Same thing.
Or Dungus page.
Yeah.
Or you get on like the 15-minute news hour.
Yeah, send us a comment. Tell us you like it. Tell us you don't like it. If you don't like it, stick your head in your ass because we're going to do it anyways. Doesn't really matter. Quick shout out, April 19th and 20th at Boomers in the Valley. Colt Shot will be playing. So next weekend, if you're not doing anything, come on down and listen to some great live hard rock music.
And I want to throw a shout out to some of our viewers out there that have tuned in from episode 1. Rusty and Robin.
Rusty, thanks for watching, man.
Stoke and Pete. And one of our favorite bands in the whole world, Sister Puke and the Fuck Monkeys.
I love Sister Puke.
Love those guys.
And by the way, Rex Taylor, dude, you're the man. Woo! Woman, oh woman, won't you marry me now?
And that brings us to the end of this week's 15-minute news hour.
Thanks for watching. We really do appreciate it.
We're your hosts,
Clay and James, Dungus.
That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Here's our sign. Here's our sign.